Okay, now let's stretch our straddles. So again, there are so many different stretches you can do in order to help increase your flexibility of your straddle. And I'm going to lead you through some things, some stretches that are, I feel, the most efficient. So make sure that in your training that you make some time to do more spinal twists, more side bends, more pigeons. All of those things can really help with your straddle stretch. But for now, I'm going to lead you through this series of stretches. So let's start with our Spider-Man lunges. Starting with our right leg forward and then opening up into spider. Move to the other side. Move to your left leg forward. So turn into your left leg, come back into your spider, back to the other side, and then turn into that leg. And do this a few more times so you can kind of get fluid with it. Turn into that. If you want, you can take a moment bringing your back leg down, find a little twist in your luxurious lizard lunge, and then come back into your spider. Go to the other side, switch. Maybe you want to take this on this other side, bring your knee down, take your right hand to your right knee, open it up, externally rotating through the front leg, and let's take one more time each side. This would be a good time to do pigeon if you'd like to, but for now, we're going to go into a little butterfly stretch, moving through the spine, taking a circle one direction and a circle the other direction. Again, it's really important to feel open in your lower back and side body in order to get deeper into your hips. Take your hands, give yourself a little mush onto your thighs and groin, and then open up into your straddle. So right away here, take notice of where you are with your legs. If your knees are turned forward, then we want to start working those legs externally rotated. If your spine is collapsed forward and rounded, you definitely want to take your block or anything you can find and put it under your booty to lift yourself up so you can get up and over into your straddle. So do what's appropriate for you right now to get into your straddle. So again, we're here in our straddle. We're going to move in circles one direction. We're really trying to find a lot of range of motion in the hips and the lower back, and a circle in the other direction. Our legs can be relaxed for now. And then come into our first pancake stretch. So if you can go nice and deep, go nice and deep. Otherwise, just come forward a little bit. Again, keeping the movement happening through your spine. A little bit one direction, a little bit the other direction. And then come into your pancake and hang out there. So if you're feeling pain in your knees or too much stretch under your knees, come back up, take your hands to your thighs, externally rotate your thighs, and then from there, lift your spine out of your pelvis and come forward from there. So you're looking for the stretch a little bit more in the belly of the muscles here, in the groin. Yeah, so you can do that. It can be a little bit more work. You can also have somebody help you do that. Yeah, and then as we're starting to get deeper into the stretch, start to lengthen into your knees and start to point your toes and go a little bit lower into this pancake. Hang out, relax your neck, relax your face, and then come on up. We're going to go up and over to the left side. Right arm reaches up and over, come into a left side stretch. The left shoulder wants to be towards the front of your left leg. And take a nice deep stretch. The right hip reaches down towards the floor, straighten and point through both legs and feet. Yeah, now press the left hand into the mat, come out of the stretch slightly, take the right hand in big circles back, like you want to touch your fingernails to the floor behind you. Lift your chest up towards the sky first to spiral your spine, spiral your ribs, get a deeper stretch through the side body and the back body. Do that one more time and then reach the right fingernails back, press into the left hand to spiral your spine up towards the sky. Keep that idea of spiraling and go back into your side stretch, left shoulder in front of the left knee if possible, and deep into your stretch. Right hip grounds down, both legs reach long and strong. Yeah, and then come on up. Ooh, that was deep. Go to the other side, left arm up and over, right shoulder towards the front of the right knee, left hip towards the floor, on the floor, point the toes, straighten the knees. And then come out of that a little bit, bring the right hand in front of you, left arm reaches in big circles behind you, lifting your chest up towards the sky, spiraling your spine, fingernails towards the floor. And then come into that stretch, press into the right hand, left fingers towards the floor behind you, lift the chest, press the right hand to lift your chest up towards the sky, spiral, and then go back into your side stretch, right shoulder in front of the right knee, left hip grounded, point toes straight, knees reach long. So really ground that left hip and reach long through the right ribs to get a deep stretch to the left ribs, so you can get a deep stretch to the left side of your body. Come on up. Ooh, yeah, and go forward into your pancake one more time. Lengthen your spine, externally rotate through your legs into your hip sockets, and lengthen. We'll hang out here for a little while. Here's a really good place to look at your feet and play with flexing and pointing. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex. Ooh, can you make your spine longer? Maybe. And point. Can you go deeper? Flex and point. Flex and point. 3 more, and flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. Come on up. Shake it out. We're going to do just a few leg straighteners to help our knees learn to get stronger and straighter and more endurance in this pose. So come into an easy straddle. Bring your hands behind you to lift your chest up, point your toes, and we're just going to straighten our knees 20 times. Our heels might lift off the floor. If you're hyperextended in your knees, then your heels will lift a lot. No worries if they don't. Lift and lift and lift and lift and lift. We're just engaging the lower quads to straighten the knees, and then releasing, engaging and releasing. Now we're going to engage and hold. Point the toes. Hold the legs super straight. Pull the belly in. Lift up long through your body. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Keep holding. Flex the foot. Keep the knees straight. Keep the knee super straight and point the foot. Yay. Shake it out for a moment. And then come one more time into our pancake stretch. Here we go. Point the toes, straighten the knees, lift out of the pelvis, and come forward into our pancake stretch. This time we're gonna hold for 30 seconds. Keep the knees and super straight and the toes super pointed this whole time. All right, so you're gonna have to keep focused on that because they're gonna wanna get lazy. We're training our knees to stay long and beautiful, long and extended while we're in our straddle stretch. Those knees are really straight, those toes are pointed, our spine is long, our chest is forward, and if you want, you can just relax down for a moment. Here we go, 10 more seconds. Breathe deep, stay focused, long here. We're long, through the legs, through the toes. All right, come on up, shake it out, and let's go for our last thing into our straddle splits and or froggy. So if you have trouble with your knees and you just want to do froggy the whole time, that's fine. I'm going to lead you through a straddle splits for 30 seconds and a froggy for 30 seconds. So do what you can. So we're going to come on up, feet wide, slide down into your straddle. So your groin reaches towards the floor. Your knees are straight here if you can. And hang out here for 30 seconds. Yay! Yeah, so you're aiming your sit bones behind you and your pubic bone towards the floor. Yeah, you might be a little bit up here. If it starts to get too much, just press your feet into the floor to lift your hips a little bit and then release it down. Yeah, 10 more seconds here. It's such a deep stretch. Keep breathing, keep your knees straight, keep your toes pointed if you can for 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna move into froggy. If you're already at froggy, stay there. Bend your knees, flex your feet as if you're pushing onto a wall behind you, and drop your pubic bone towards the floor. You can also take a little bit of forward motion, a little bit of back motion with the pelvis to work that range of motion, and then drop it down right between your knees, hips right between your knees. We're gonna hang out here for 15 more seconds. We got it. If you want, you can relax down, or you can stay a little bit more active, pulling your belly in and dropping your hips to the floor. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Bring your hips forward, bring your legs back. Bend your knees and take your legs from side to side to work out that stretch. All right, so that's my series. Feel free to go through that whole thing 2 more times. So you can rewind this video back to the beginning and go through it, or just do what you remember, and do this as much as you can. And again, supplement this stuff with a lot of pigeons, a lot of spinal twisting, a lot of side bending and opening, and roll out those hips on a foam roller or a tennis ball or cross ball. Roll them out, you guys. There's a lot of stuff in those hips. We got to keep massaging, we got to keep loving ourselves, and we got to keep stretching. And you'll have your straddle, I promise. So I hope to see you soon here at the Monkey House, Mexico. Have a wonderful day.